Jannie, just a final couple of questions. I just want to touch on one guy who was obviously really key to that Springbok campaign, and a good friend of yours and someone you played alongside in that front row many times. Obviously, Beast started his career probably just as well as he ended it with that massive scrumming performance in the final. I mean, just how maybe you can kind of recall some anecdotes about Beast and your memories of him, and just what makes him so special and capable of playing as well in his final test as he probably did in his first game.
Jannie du Plessis is an enigma. He's an enigma. So, sitting next to him for quite a number of games, you immediately knew when he was ready. Well, it's not like some games he's not ready and some games he is ready. But in sport, games are different. If you play in a Currie Cup final and there's a sellout at Kings Park, it's different from playing a normal game in the second round when it's not full. So Bismarck used to joke with me that if he heard Beast grunt, because Beast had like these headphones that I'm using now. He walked into the change room with his music on. Which is like sort of mental preparation. And then he's always silent, but then for big games, probably on the beat of his music, he would grunt, like he would make these sounds, like these almost it's animal sounds, but and then whenever he started grunting, of course we would be stressed. It's like just before we ran onto the field, and then Bismarck would just give me one with the elbow, and he said, "Hierdie man is reg. This guy is ready." So I think playing with him, I knew that Rugby World Cup final, he would be in the change room grunting. He would be in the change room with that sort of that look in his eyes that, listen, when we go out here, I'm actually getting goosebumps as I'm telling this. When we run out here, we're gonna give everything. And when he ran out, and I saw the sort of the grimace that he had, I knew. I can't say that I knew that we're going to scrum him to pieces, but I knew that he will play well. I knew that he was ready. I knew that mentally he's ready for this game, and he's gonna contribute. And you could see that from the first point of contact, sort of. And of course, he was instrumental in us beating England, because he won the penalties that we kicked for goal, and I think he's probably my man of the match, with all due respect.
Yeah.
But I think everybody else was there. Everybody else was also. They also made the grunting sounds. They were mentally prepared in a way where, win or lose, we are ready to give everything that we have and leave everything that we have in every contact situation. And you could see that. You could see that from the start. And the longer the game went on, it was just more and more evident. And eventually, we beat them not only comfortably but quite easily. I was expecting something much more closer. And that's credit to the Springbok team. And I can tell you that I was extremely happy and Musa proud of the way Beast played. I think, for me, he was the man of the match.
Yeah. Great. Jannie, just a final question or two before so I don't keep you too long. But obviously, as a qualified medical doctor, can you maybe just tell me and obviously all the viewers and readers, how do you think South Africa has responded to this coronavirus? Obviously, the scale of it is maybe something that no one could have predicted or foreseen. But how do you think South Africa has responded? And then maybe just touch on, from a rugby perspective, how the game can tackle this crisis and emerge in some way after it's passed, or at least lockdown has ended.
When I started reading about coronavirus and COVID-19, I never ever expected something as big as this.
Mm.
I knew it's serious, and I knew it was a virus. Any virus could be serious. I mean, viruses mutate, and then they can kill a lot of people. It's happened quite a few times in the history of mankind. But having sort of the medical facilities that we have in the world at the moment, and the science and the labs, I never expected something as big as this. I thought, listen, it's going to be a swine flu type of or an avian flu type of thing. They will find a vaccine quickly, because I mean, like I say, the medical field or the medical science is extremely developed. So realizing that coronavirus is killing people, like really in developed countries where they are in ICU, and it's the hospitals in some Western countries could not even take all the patients. I realized that the corona is not only a health problem, it's a whole system problem, because even though say 100,000 people get it and 100,000 people survive, but 100,000 people need ICU to survive, we unfortunately do not have the capacity to treat 100,000 people. So how it will go from here, I think we'll have to wait and see, and we'll probably know in a month or two. But I think that the sooner that we can get some part of our country sort of going, the better. I think this has made this has brought uncertainty in all of us. I mean, I'm a rugby player and you are a journalist, but we are in the same position. And every reader and every listener is in the same position. We sit at home. We cannot go out of the province. We can only go into town to buy food. It's serious. So from that point of view, I hope that there can come some form of normality as soon as possible. From a rugby point of view, I think the rugby, I think it will definitely make us appreciate our rugby and our teams more, because I mean, us as players, when we get back on the field, we are not going to train like it's another training, or it's a Monday session or a Tuesday session. We're going to train with new vigor, because we could have sat at home and not actually being allowed to leave home. So that is from our side. But I think the biggest impact that this will have is that everyone can restart better connected. I think if you look at the last massive thing like this was probably the Second World War. And after the Second World War, there was like a boom in everything. That's why they called the baby boomers, because it made them cherish life more, because they realized that it's over like this, and they wanted to make the most of it. And I believe that we all have almost like a clean slate where we can start fresh. I think all of us can relate to this, and all of us can sort of almost carry the burden of the other guy. And as I think as an industry, rugby is going to have a massive role to play to sort of get people back together when it's safe, and make people laugh, and make people have fun, and make people enjoy the time and the privilege that we have to be able to sit in the stadium and watch a game and play a game. So I think of course it's a very, 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 very bad thing that happened, and it's very serious. But I am an absolute optimist that after this, it's going to be a boom, and things are going to get better, and we will be more considerate of each other, and we will be more connected. And I'm looking forward to what's coming.
For sure. Great, Jannie. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Sweet, Craigie. Thank you very much.